Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, today marks the end of an extensive progress that became known as the NEMLA 4 amendments, and they commenced in 2017, Chief Whip of the Majority Party. And this amendment, there were 145-page amendment, so I can understand this taking a lot more time to deal with that. And there are a number of quite controversial issues, given that NEMA is the overarching law that governs all environmental issues in the country, and there were a number of other acts that were amended. Now, there's broad support of all the provisions of this act. The ACDP does, however, share concerns about the role and powers of municipal managers under the bill, and whether municipalities, many of whom are dysfunctional at this stage, have the capacity to deal with, for example, air quality issues under NEMAQA, NEMAQA. Have they got the capacity to deal with that and other functions that are now being given at municipal level? While there are, however, many noteworthy and important amendments which the ACDP supports, time allows us only to reflect on the very important issue of acid mine drainage. Now, this, as we know, is a very important issue, given that according to the Council for Geoscience, there are an estimated 6,000 derelict and ownerless mines in the country. Their rehabilitation places enormous strains on an already burdened fiscus, on the state, on national treasury. And the problems that are associated with mine drainage, we are all aware of it. Contaminated drinking, that's a serious problem in South Africa, with droughts in South Africa, disruptive growth and reproduction of aquatic plants and animals, and of course the corroding effects of acid on parts of infrastructure such as bridges. So surely it can no longer be tolerated that companies in the mining industry are allowed to mine areas and then with impunity to leave these areas without rehabilitation, to the detriment of surrounding communities. Now, the NEMLA 4 amendments place far greater emphasis on implementing stringent measures to treat mine drainage and will strengthen the ability of authorities to address these issues. And they provided much needed clarity also for the mining industry relating to the regulation of what is known as financial provisioning. And this could drive the growth of an entirely new and much needed specialist mine rehabilitation sector in the country. However, again, one sits with the issues relating to the criminal justice system, the issues relating to increased penalties, and I think that the Honourable Singh, the mention of green courts is something like a good idea, and could I ask if I really pursue it in the Justice Committee, he could call it Swart. Thank you so much. The ACDP supports this bill. I thank you.